Hello and welcome to this week's Any Questions podcast. We do this per week just to answer any questions that you've posted on the Padlet, such as here, just so we can give you a quick kind of response. And again, everybody receives the answers, not just the person who's emailed. And hopefully everyone will find that useful and interesting. There's a couple of questions that we've got on here already. Only two, but I still think it's worthwhile doing this video just to see how it works so that you'll carry on posting them on here and understand what kind of response you're going to get. The first one is about, do we need to focus on the assignment, specifically on end of life, or can we discuss the process of palliative care before the last 12 months of life? Without a bit more detail, it's a bit difficult to give you a clear answer. What we're looking at is people who are dying. Now, how you define the dying process is totally up to you. As long as you can justify it from an evidence base. Generally, end-of-life care is deemed to be delivered during the last 6 to 12 months, but we do know that people have a longer dying trajectory from that. What you would need to do is justify that things you're talking about and how you're addressing the learning outcomes and the assessment criteria, whatever your particular condition that you're discussing, that you would talk about it being more of an elongated dying trajectory, and people tend to die from this for years. For instance, motor neuron disease, right from diagnosis, the average length of life that people have is about 5 years. Are they dying for that period of time? And if they are, what are the issues that are raised, and how does that lead into you discussing the learning outcomes, and how does that allow you to meet the assessment criteria? So again, we don't want to say no, but as long as you can justify it, that's absolutely fine. You write a good enough essay at the right level that justifies why you're talking about that particular time frame. The second question here was actually an email, but I put it in a Padlet again just so that other people can benefit from the answer. TV programs. Please can you remind me of how I get on those different TV programs and clips on Blackboard that you've shown us? Right. Well, basically, if you look on the home page, if you look on the actual module itself, the end of life care optional module for March 16. Internet's very slow, sorry I didn't have this loaded, but you actually look through learning materials on the left hand side here. If you scroll down, you will find other resources. If you click on that, what it should show you is about TV programs about end of life care. There's also some other folders with different elements. You click on the TV programs about end of life care, and what it should do is it should give you all these different links to different either YouTube videos or box of broadcast videos. For instance, the Terry Pratchett choosing to die. If you click on that, it should take you to the box of broadcasts. Now, if it doesn't take you to the specific link, I'm sorry, it means that that link has been broken, and hopefully it's still there. But what you would do is you would sign in. So you click the sign in button, and it should take you to a login page where what you would do is select your institution. So you'd put Salford and you look at University of Salford. That will take you, if you press go, to a screen, and it will take you to that link of Terry Pratchett. So you might have to do that step of that linking in, but again, the twist at the end means what will happen is it will take you to that particular video that we mean. If there is a link that's broken, still follow that process. If it doesn't actually take you to that, you can go onto a box of broadcasts and you can search for anything in particular in there that you think is to do with end of life. So if you look at Salford and you look at that and you go, if you look in box of broadcasts, you can look at on demand. So you look at Bob on demand for radio and education, and you can search here. You can create your own playlists. But if you look on search, and maybe you wanted to search for death, let's have a look at that, and you want all results. And this is an interesting one here, because this is a program that was brought up about birth, marriage and death in medieval times, and how that maybe influences our cultural traditions today. Life and death row, all about capital punishment. That's really interesting. So again, if you find a particular program that you can remember that you've seen in the press, you could probably find it on box of broadcast. So hopefully that's useful and that's interesting. Please do use this. I'll wipe this Padlet now, and we'll set and just use the same link for putting any questions you have on there, because everybody benefits from looking at the questions that are up there, and we'll do our best to answer them all around this time every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, before the session on the Thursday morning. Okay, all right. Well, I'll see you all tomorrow, and take care till then.